Hey, Alistair. Morning, tomorrow we've got afternoon, Chip. Yeah, the SIGA news is it's like FDA approval, but for the UK, it's Tecovirimat is their monkeypox vaccine, and the UK has approved it, so that's why SIGA has some news. To be fair though, it's still not moving on great volume just yet. Hey, same thing, good day to you as well. Hey, Phil. Yeah, the numbers are they can be different shades of red. Pink is a shade of red, so it's basically not actually transacting on the ask. It's in between the spreads. That's why you get different colors on the tape. It's when the I should have been paying attention there. I should have got out at 40. I was going to give it 10 cents, but it's all right. It'll come back. I'm confident it'll bounce on the VWAP, this. Good morning, Alphabet. Been consolidating around the $0.50 for a while, so. It's the only one that's moving at the moment pre-market with good volume. So I think everybody's watching United Maritime right now. Just waiting for some more action this morning. We've got Seritage, which is potential acquisition, Seritage growth props. We've got United Maritime, which is recent IPO. We've got Insignia Systems. It's a lower volume, so not great. We've got a couple of other movers, but not moving at the level that I want to see in terms of pre-market gappers kind of thing. So right now, United Maritime is the top performer pre-market. We've got a session high, a pre-market high of $10.12. It's to go huge size just yet. Just now consolidating in and around the VWAP, the $0.25 level. So we've got quite a convergence of support here now at the $0.25 level. The VWAP, $0.25, had previous support levels here at the $0.25 as well, previous resistance. So way above yesterday's high. Yesterday's high was 889. Kind of blew that out of the water first thing this morning. Yes, I've tried Forex. I don't trade Forex. It's too risky for me. There's a reason why 95% of the people that trade Forex don't make money. It's the low barrier to entry entices people in, but most people don't make anything. Most people lose money trading Forex. It's not as predictable, first and foremost. Secondly, it's not it's not as volatile. What I mean by that is that the percentage moves are a bit like futures, very small percentage moves. So you have to take huge leverage in order to huge margin leverage in order to make any money trading Forex. And in order to take huge margin leverage, what you're essentially doing is increasing your risk. And the whole point about being a profitable trader is managing risk. So what you want to do is limit the risk as opposed to increase the risk. So that's why I don't trade Forex. Volatility in Forex is not, you're just never going to get it. I mean, when are you going to get a pair changes, a Forex pair that actually changes in intraday kind of 25-30%? It's just not going to happen. All right, I've held on to this way too long. At 50 cents. Or 40 cents. Need to see some reversal movement, otherwise we'd have to get out of this. Wait for a move back up. I mean, there's lots of instruments you can trade in terms of you can trade Forex, you can trade commodities, you can trade crypto, you can trade futures, you can trade. There's lots of different things you can trade, but when you've got a strategy that works Why mess with it? Answer me that. Why should I mess with a strategy that for me is working and working well? And not just working for me. I mean, it works for many people. Bovis having a little bit of a move today. You can see from the scanners here, there's not a huge amount of movers pre-market today. We've got a couple of movers. I say Heritage Growth Props, United Maritime, Insignia Systems, Mara Life. Very low volume. Heritage Growth and United Maritime are on decent volume. Heritage Growth back above the VWAP now, testing the $0.5, 950. Nice little double bottom formation here, so probably get 970 on that one at least. Once it's past the $0.5. Good morning, Penn State. Good luck to you as well. There you go. So King has sent likes, and fair play to him, and Jimmy Greaves has sent me some likes. But where's the rest, guys? We've got more people in the stream than we have likes, which is just not polite. You need to get in the stream and tap the screen 10 times as you enter. Remember that. Keep forgetting. That's the protocol. You come on, I teach you guys how to trade, I show you how to trade, and you tap the screen 10 times every time you enter the chat. That's all we ask. Not expensive. Just helps with the algorithm. It shows that we've got an engaged stream, and then the algorithm will push it out to more people. Nice to go and test that $10 again. I think we're a bit way off that at the moment. Nice breeze blowing through the apartment right now. Looking for things that are moving with volume and volatility. So we're looking for decent moves. I mean, it's only a small float, so we're talking about 1.5 million share float. It's a small float, so you get decent volume, and it does move. It's already recycled its entire float twice. So. Any significance of 5 red candles for United Maritime on the 5 minutes? Yeah, the significance is that it's selling off. Sorry, but Oh, thanks, Zeke. The good news about five red candles, usually you've got to look for the indicators after the five red candles. Are you showing any signs of exhaustion on that move? Are we getting ready for it? Is it coming? Is it approaching any areas of support? Are we getting any reversal signs? Because what you tend to find is that you get an extended period of green or red candles, then you're going to get a reversal. Now, the reversal might be short-lived, but you're going to get a reversal. So if you're moving up, you get a pullback. If you're moving down, you get a rally. You always get a reversal at some stage. You can't get infinite number. Well, theoretically you could, but you don't get infinite numbers of red candles or infinite numbers of green candles. You always get a bounce or a pullback. Yeah, but multiple time frames are essential. You look at because you're looking for confirmation on multiple time frames, and I'm here. I'm holding this for 5,000 shares. Sorry, $5,000. Or $4,000 in the hole at the minute on this one. I'm just holding it because it's looking strong today. I'm looking for a confirmation of a move back up. We may or may not get it. Or we may break the whole dollar. If we break the whole dollar, I'm going to have to get it. And again, it depends on your appetite for risk. So if you've got an appetite for risk, you might risk a little bit more than you will be comfortable. What a lot of people will be comfortable with. My appetite for risk is a lot more than it would be than a lot of other people. Why? Because I've got a larger account than most people. It's simple. I mean, today I'm starting with 43,000 on my account, so just over $43,000 in my account. Most people are starting with kind of between $5,000 and $10,000 on their account. So the fact that I've got a much larger account than a lot of people gives me the ability to be prepared to risk more in terms of monetary value. Percentage shouldn't be any different. So in terms of percentage of the equity, shouldn't really be that much different. So what am I risking at the moment of my equity? If I lose 5,000, I'm probably losing about 10% of my account, which is too much. Am I going to make 20%? Well, possibly. Well, the time frames are not the problem there, Zeke. The good morning, Dunkers. It's your risk management. So when you're getting into a position, regardless of what the time frame is, because you can look to higher time frames for the various patterns, and how much you're prepared to risk and are you going to stick to it. If you're getting for 1,000 shares at $10 a share, you're going to have an equity position of $10,000 first and foremost. Now, if you're risking 10 cents per share, then you're effectively risking $100 because you've got 1,000 shares. If you're risking 50 cents per share, then you're risking $500. Like I say, 1,000 shares. So it's not so much the time frames as the risk. The risk that you attach to the trade. It might well do, but it's down. It's down at the minute. Oh no, it's actually break even on the line. Low volume, down at the minute. Two tens. It might run, it might not do. So yesterday volume wasn't great yesterday on Inspira Technologies. It popped up pre-market and then sold off all day. So I'm kind of not attracted to that one at the moment. Why do I monitor the 15-minute volume and not the 5-minute volume? I'm not monitoring the 15-minute, but there's nothing wrong with monitoring the 15-minute. So I look at I'm looking at the 5-minute. Is this a 15-minute chart? No, this is the 5-minute. So I'm looking at the 5-minute chart. I'm looking at the oh, there we go. Nice little pop. Back up to kind of break even. How do I control my emotions during a trade, Maka? Well, if you have to control your emotions, it basically suggests that you're trading too big. Quick answer: if you're trading too, if your heart's racing, you're trading too big. You're trading too large for your account. First and foremost. Secondly, it's Fugazi, whatever you want to call it. It's not real. You know, until at the end of the month, when I withdraw money, it's not real. So basically, I can lose money today that I get back tomorrow. I can make money today that I'll lose tomorrow. No point getting really emotionally involved in it. I kind of detach myself from the money from the minute it's hit the brokers. As soon as I deposit money to the broker, I write that money off. If you deposit $10,000 on your broker, that you write that off as tuition fee. Say, okay, that's my access to the market. That's now the broker's money, not my money. I'm going to be trading with that for the next 30 days, and any profits that I can make with that over the next 30 days will be mine when I withdraw them. But in the meantime, if I lose money, I've already paid it. So it's just different ways of dealing with it. You've got to find your own way of dealing with the emotional element. And it is, I'm not saying that I don't suffer from emotions from time to time. When I've been caught in that, a couple of weeks ago, I got caught in that algorithmic flush. And I had, I think, about 10,000 shares at the time in there. And that got my emotions going. The screener. Right, okay, so that's not, so I've got the screener on the 15 minutes. So I've got the scanner on the 15 minutes, and I've got it on the session. I've also got the 5-minute. So this is basically tells me what's happening over the last 15 minutes. That 15 minute is giving me momentum. Now on the charts, I'm looking at volume on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 2 minute, the whatever. But I'm looking for 15-minute momentum, so sustained momentum. So that 15-minute chart, I'm looking at not just the volume, I'm looking at the price action, how much it's moved over the last 15 minutes. I only withdraw money at the end of each month. Exactly, Brandon. I wasn't always this calm, Maka. When I had a small account and I was trading big size on a small account, relative big size, so you know I'm risking kind of 40-50% of my account on every trade. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. You end up, it's bad for your emotions, and it's bad for your nerves. Why are there different setups in different time frames? Because the different setups in different time frames come about from different price action. So you can get faked out on the lower time frame, but it will be more reliable on the higher time frame, for example. But what you'll find with the patterns is, while the setups may be different, they ultimately will confirm each other. So you're looking for confirmation on the higher time frame. You're looking for the micro entries on the smaller time frame. You're looking for confirmation on the higher time frame that's going to be a reliable breakout. And if you're scalping, you definitely want to be the lower time frames. The shorter that you're actually in the trade, the shorter the length of time you're in the trade, then of course the shorter the time frame the smaller the time frame you're going to be using. But if my average trade hold time is about an hour this year. What made me get into trading? Not having a job and needing to pay the bills, and not being able to go out and work, or having to try and learn how to make a living from home when everything was closed in the lockdown. So I mean, I've been investing, value investing for quite some time, but as for actual day trading, not something I really had a lot of interest in before I started it. And then I lost money, and then I studied it, taught myself how to trade, and got profitable. And then found that I could make more money trading intraday than I could across the course of a month. I could make as much as I would across the course of a year, you know. Don't pay too much attention to the indicators, Brandon. They're all lagging indicators, so I don't give them too much weight. Yes, I could, Maka, and I would say that will be the plan ultimately. But I've got a family, so I'm separated. I've still got kids, so I stick around. I stick around locally so that I can still see my kids. So that's why I'm not trading from, Bermuda or Bahama or wherever. But ultimately, that will be the plan. I'll be up in sticks and trading somewhere a little bit more tropical, where there is no capital gains. Whatever I make is got to be my own. Exactly. The higher the time frame, when you're looking for when you're a pattern breakout trader, you tend to find that the patterns are more reliable with the higher the time frame. Why? Well, there's more price action. So there's a lot more price action in a 5-minute candle than there would be in a 1-minute candle. QED. So that's why it becomes more reliable. So when you get the patterns forming on a higher time frame, when you get the breakouts on a higher time frame, whilst the percentage moves may not be as big, the breakouts will be more reliable. The patterns breakouts will be more reliable. But, exactly. Once the kids are old enough to travel on their own, because what I don't want to be doing is going somewhere where she has to come and travel with them. So they're not too far off that. The youngest is 15 this year. Okay, I'm getting it. Not quite going the way I wanted. I anticipated that. No problem. I'll get out. I'll get back in when it starts trending upwards. No, I don't trade UK stocks. So the other markets. So if you're trading the FTSE, for example, you can trade the FTSE, but it's just not reliable enough. You don't get enough volume on the other markets. You can trade the markets. If you're trading the markets like you would be trading the SPY, you're trading the futures, then you tend to trade the FTSE as well as the US markets and etc. But if you're trading individual stocks, you don't get the volume. The volume is on the New York Stock Exchange. That's where the 85% of retail traders trade the New York Stock Exchange. Forex, don't touch it. I'm not saying that you can't make money trading Forex, but most people won't. So 95% of people will never make profits trading Forex. The problem with Forex is there's a number of problems. So day trading as a whole is the reasons why people don't make money. The first reason is they approach it with a gambling mindset. You approach it with the gambling mindset, it's going to treat you like a casino. End of. It's going to take your money. So don't approach the markets with a gambling mindset. Secondly, they don't know what they're doing. They don't spend the time to educate themselves on how to trade. So they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to trade, and they find themselves kind of going from one strategy to another strategy, going from one instrument to another instrument, and one instrument to another instrument, thinking it's the shiny object syndrome. It's the newest way to make money, and quite frankly, they never get good at one, so they never get good at any, and they lose money that way. So they never have a strategy. They never learn how to trade. They don't know what they're doing. And lastly, they don't know how to manage risk, so they don't manage risk. Now, I got out there way later than I should have done, but I was holding that position for the whole dollar. I got out. That's fine. I'll get back in later when it starts to move up. So those are the three main reasons why people, and that's regardless of instrument, why people lose money. So whether it be Forex, futures, crypto, equities, anything. Those are the three main reasons why people lose money. There are other reasons. Those are three main reasons. When it comes to Forex, however, you've got a very low barrier to entry. Same with crypto, a very low barrier to entry. So you can get in with $50. You can start trading with $50 or less even. And for me, this is one of the big problems. You get in with $50. What's your expectation? That you're going to make $50? I mean, come on, let's be realistic here. You get in for $50. You think you're going to, double your money on your first trade. And sometimes some people do that, and they'll double the money on the first trade, purely out of luck, and think, great, now I've got $100. So what they'll do is they'll sink that $100 on the next trade, and they might do that 2 or 3 times, and then they've got $500. They think, shit, I'm good at this, I can make lots of money at this, and then they sink the 100% of that money on the next trade, and it's gone like that. So again, it's that gambling mentality. It's like the martingale system on the roulette wheel. It doesn't work. There's no, you might get lucky for a little while, but it just doesn't work. So the low barrier to entry in terms of equity value on Forex encourages a lot of people to try it that have absolutely no chance of making any money in the long term. So the addition to that with Forex is because of the incremental changes that you're trying to take advantage of, you're not a high frequency trader. You're not a machine, so you're not going to be able to take advantage of those incremental changes without using high leverage. So to make to take advantage of a 0.02% move across two currency pairs, you're going to have to take 100, 200, 250 times leverage in order to make that worthwhile for you. And what you're actually doing that is multiplying your risk. Because just as quickly as you can make, 0.02% and make $20 by doing so, you can lose 0.02%, 0.03% in just as quickly, and lose your entire position. So Forex is a lot more risky than the most instruments for day trading, and that's why more than 95% of people never are profitable with Forex. And that's why I don't trade it. It's too risky. Manage your risk. manage your equity, protect your equity. Don't look for the what's the word I'm looking for? Don't be looking for the profits you can make every intraday, every day. You look to manage your equity. If you're losing equity, then you've got no money. Which moving averages are best to apply to your trading? Well, that's up to you to do. You know, I can't tell you which moving averages are best to apply to your trading. As far as moving averages are concerned, I say don't use moving averages as a method for trading. You use moving averages for confirmation. So you might look for support at a moving average. You might look for resistance at a moving average, but you're not looking for entry and exit signals. That's just, they don't work. You're looking for moving average crossovers and things like that. I know I've covered that on, it is a popular strategy. It's not a profitable one. So you might be good if you're getting 50% accuracy with that, but it's just not a profitable strategy. Moving average crossovers are just not profitable in the long term. Yeah, absolutely. The market doesn't care about your feelings, GlockToPay. It's not that crypto has too many whales. It's got too many scams. It's got too many Ponzi schemes. So in order to take advantage of crypto, you know, if you're looking for volatility in crypto, you're looking at the lower cap coins, and they're prone to manipulation because they're not regulated. If you're looking for where the volume is, so you're not going to get that manipulation, where the higher cap coins are, you don't get the volatility in crypto. So whilst you can make good money from a long-term perspective, I strongly believe in crypto in the long term. It's going through a bit of a funny phase at the moment, this last month or two, but in the long term, I think the higher cap coins, the more stable coins, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, etc., they've got a long-term future, and you're going to be able to make long-term gains better than some of the markets, for example. But looking for moon games is gambling. And this is the thing with crypto. A lot of people getting involved in crypto are approaching it with that gambling mindset, because that's exactly what it is. It's filling in the lottery ticket. What are you hoping to do? You've got a small project that not a lot of people know. You think it's a good project. It's got a good use case. It's got gathering momentum in terms of community, and you say, okay, I'm going to take a punt on it. That's exactly what you're going to do. You're gambling. You're taking a punt, and you might get 1,000x mover. Yes, it's come good, but for every 1,000x mover, there is 10 failures, more even. That's crypto for you. Hey, Matt. Veal? Sega's above a veal? I mean, above the VWAP, yeah, it's trading sideways at the minute. Sega, it's not doing anything. There's not a lot of volume. It's got decent news, but there's no volume, and there's no range. There's no volatility there. If you're in the UK, what can you use to trade options on US stocks? Use a broker. Sign up to a broker, such as Interactive Brokers. I use Interactive. If I'm trading on options, I use Interactive Brokers. They've got a good options chain at Interactive Brokers. I actually like the options chain there. So a lot of brokers will allow you to trade options. So Interactive Brokers is my go-to for options trading. Manage my risk and take my profits now. Let's get some of this money back. This pulls back to the VWAP. I'll add to the position for a bounce on the VWAP and a move up to the $0.5. I think we're going to be getting. I think we're going to be selling off on the SPY today. It's already down. It's already down 6%. Sorry, 6%, 0.6%. And I think it'll continue selling today. We're going to get the US jobs numbers today as well. Well, let's see what happens when the US jobs numbers come out. Oh, they came out today, did they? I've not seen them. What's the latest? Have they just come out? Oh well, let's see how the market reacts. Oh yeah, just come out a couple of minutes ago. US unemployment rate for June, pretty much on the money, 3.6%. I wouldn't say it's a big beat. Pretty much on the estimate. Yes, it certainly does. That's why we got that little sell-off there 4 or 5 minutes ago on the market. Well, it's selling off now. Big sell-off here. This is when the jobs numbers came out. It's just continuing to sell. Excuse me. That's the problem with the after effects of COVID. It sticks around too long. Can we get to the $0.50 with this today? That's what I'm looking for. We've got 40 minutes to be open. Just over 40 minutes to be open. 40 minutes to the bell. Spreads are like 3-4 cents. Not too bad. Just ranging on that VWAP right now. Well, Matt, swing trading's not for everybody. It's why I stick in front of the screen. You know, if I'm swing trading, I do a lot more research into something, and then I just put it on and forget about it. I don't worry about it. And I think that's the way you got to approach swing trading. It's much less stressful if you do it that way. So what you do is you put your plan in place, you put your take profit in place. You might have a couple of different take profits in place or whatever, and you'll have your stop loss, and just away you go. Put it on, forget about it. Come back, you know, a day or two later and have a look. That's swing trading. A little bit less stressful. If you're day trading, you want to be in front of the screen and trade the action. Get out when you know what's going against you. Look for the indicators. When it starts going against you, you get out. Take your profits as you go. The worst thing is getting into a really profitable position, like I did today. Getting into a really profitable position, then holding the position, and then it reverses on you, and you lose not only your original profits on the deal, but then some besides. Well, Plug had a good run yesterday. First, straight out of the gates, it had a good run. I climbed most of the day. How much have I got left? 38. About 3,000. The key is patience. A lot of the time, the key is patience. If you've got to manage your risk. First and foremost, manage your risk. You can't afford to just hold a position and until whether your plan is right or not, whether you actually got it right or not. You can't just afford unlimited risk. So you've got to manage your risk. That's first and foremost. But then a lot of the time it's patience. Sometimes you might be risking a little bit more than you really want to, knowing full well that it's going to come good in the long run. And if you're patient, it comes good in the long run. Which is why, you know, swing trading can be less stressful that way. Sometimes you hold it a bit longer than you originally had planned. But that's another form of risk, is your exposure risk. The longer you're in a trade, the more exposure you have to it potentially going against you. And they do. Oh, 15. Not a lot moving right now. It's going to be one of those days where at the bell, we're going to get a lot comes to life. Mara Life Had a little bit of a spurt, very low volume. Yeah, I thought, why not? It's been, it was holding that $0.50, then it's found it as resistance now. So now we're looking at the whole dollar. I figured, yeah, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'm can put the risk in here, and if it doesn't go my way, it means I've been stupid today. The low of 880 right now. 882 is the low. Got the 200 EMA at 880. Am I going to make 16 grand on this trade? Nah. Which is actually, it's not. This trade isn't 16, so I wasn't going to make 16 on the last one either. But risk versus reward has gone out of the window on this one, guys. So just bear that in mind. You shouldn't be risking more than what you're potentially can make from the trade. Simple. In fact, the opposite. You should be risking half of what you can make. So if you can make, let's say, $1,000 on a trade, then you might risk 500. So based on that, this trade now, I've just risked $8,000. Does that mean I'm going to make 16? Nah. Can I make 10 out of it? Possibly. Have to get up to kind of 980 to make 10 grand on this. Don't think we're going to get up to 1080 right away. Will we get to $10 though today? Again, possibly. Needs to be back above the VWAP for us to even contemplate that though. The VWAP's pretty much where my average cost is right now. VWAP's at 24, my average cost is 28. This can be quite volatile. It's a very small flow. So, and the thing is, just so you're aware here, if I tried to unload this holding right now, it would tank the price. So there's no way I've got to now scale out of this position. There's no way I can just go out and sell 20,000 shares on this, particularly pre-market. When it's low volume, I can't just go out and sell 20,000 shares on this. It'll just tank the price. You've got to bear that in mind. When you get into a position and you're actually in a bigger size, you can't just go out and sell it all. You're absolutely right as well. Here you go. You can have your 3K treat. Well, Jobby, there's no harm in having a tight stop loss, and if it stops you out, that's fine. You can always get back in. What's not good is not having a stop loss. So if you have a stop loss at 10 cents and it stops you out and then pulls back to 12 and then rallies, that's fine. You can always get back in. You might miss a small portion of the you know, a couple of cents of the move back up, but so what? You're never going to catch the full move anyway. But not having a stop in place. Now, pre-market stops don't work, so you have to have a mental stop in place. So not having a stop in place is actually, you know, bad practice. Hey Ferro, I'm from Sweden. Stockholm. I'm not really, but just thought I didn't want you feeling lonely. So, yeah, from Sweden. Famous line from which film? If you know what that... Yeah, from Sweden. Very famous horror actress in a comedy film. Probably the best screamer in modern horror. Arguably the best scream in modern horror. Trading Places, well done, Jake. Give that man a cigar. Jamie Lee Curtis. Great movie as well. Back when Eddie Murphy was actually funny and relevant. I don't know about pumping my luck, but what made you happy there, Ferro? Me being from Sweden? I actually prefer Denmark to Sweden, and I apologise to any Swedish viewers, but I do actually prefer Denmark to Sweden as a country, just from visiting. Just had better times in Denmark. That's all. Well, it's Wimbledon. Tennis balls equals lemons. Fair enough. They'll probably disappear when Wimbledon finishes. I remember competing in junior athletics up in Copenhagen in my teenage years. Plus, with all these I don't know what all these little icons that you're sending are for. Hope it's not costing you any money. Yeah, I appreciate the gift, but it's not necessary. Totally not necessary. So we're looking for a move back up to the VWAP. No, I wasn't great at the shop. I could put the shot, that's for sure. I wasn't great when I was a teenager. I was actually a bit of an all-rounder, but I was up competing in the 400 meters and the high jump. Strange combination. I was a really good 400 meter runner as a teenager. I'd run under my PB was just over 52 seconds, so it was pretty good for a 15-year-old. Problem I had with running 400 meters was that my two club mates, I could never get past third. My two club mates were always better than me, and it was always us first, second, and third in regionals, nationals, and everything. And I just got annoyed that I could only get third no matter what competition I was in. I always seemed to be facing the same two. Funnily enough, those same two people both went on to be Olympic athletes. So I kind of look back and think, yeah, you should have stuck at it, Tony. You might have been famous, a famous Olympic athlete. Well, saying that, I enjoyed my rugby. There's not a lot moving at all at the moment, Matt. Top three even back then, absolutely, Matt. I think this is done. I think this is me done. This $0.75 level's not holding. Looking on the 5 minute, 82 is the absolute low. 83. And then down to 82, currently down at 81. So I think it's time to cut my losses and have done with the day. Put this down to a bad day. Complete brain fog. I should have lessons. Absolutely, I should have lessons. I need to take lessons. I've forgotten how to trade by the looks of it. Way out of kilter here. This is very, very poor trade. This is how not to trade, guys. Holding on to a losing position for too long. Twice. Don't do it. It's not healthy. And you saying that, it's been a while since I've had a big loss, so I'm not saying that justifies anything. This is continuing to sell off. It's not showing any signs of reversing. Yeah, jobs numbers are already out. Yeah, let's get out gradually. That's me done. Way over my max loss. That's me done today. It's not even, the bell's not even done. I've already hit my max loss. Jobs reports today. That's just irresponsible trading from my point of view, and I'm kind of annoyed with myself now. How many times do I say, don't think that you know more than the market, because quite frankly, you don't. Market will be irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So, yeah. I don't know about it being a choppy day today. I think I'll wait till the bell opens in 20 minutes. If I see something moving quickly, then I might be able to make something back. But right now, it looks like I'm finishing this week with a big loss. So we're still, no, actually we're down on the week. We're about probably about $7 down on the week. It's not the end of the world. I don't like having those kind of days, Ferro. It's just like I say, irresponsible trading, not managing risk at all with that one. Two trades I've taken, and both of them just very poor risk management. Just holding on to the losers, thinking, okay, this is going to turn around. It's going to turn around, you know, but it doesn't. Which it will turn around. Don't get me wrong. This is going to turn around. But if I look at the higher time frames, there's no reversal indicators right there. But if I look at even look at the 60-minute, look, it's saying that quite frankly, you're in a downwards trend. You're below the VWAP. You've got 2 hours of selling off, and you're holding a position to the long side. You're an idiot. So, you know, it happens. Get the brain fog out of my system over the weekend. Go for a walk, probably in a little over an hour's time with the dog. I'll wait for the wait for the bell. See what happens. Well, Penn State, you know, the thing is, it's a new IPO. So to say that it's risky because it's ran over 1,000%, it's, you know, in 3 days. It opened as an IPO at $1 a share on Wednesday. It gapped up yesterday. It moved up to $5 on its first day. So that was 500% gains. Yesterday it did over 200% gains. So it's an IPO. You never know how IPOs are going to perform. I've seen IPOs go from literal pennies to, you know, $40, $50 in 5 days. There's no predicting how the market's going to how the market's going to react to them. If it reacts favorably, you can get really good runs, and they go parabolic. May see a pop at the bell. Absolutely. Right now, SRG. SPY. Trying to wider market. After all that selling off after the jobs numbers came out, a little bit of a rally and rejected at the VWAP. So I can see that we'll probably get a few VWAP rejections today, but a wider market sell-off. That's my prediction on the market, not financial advice. Don't sue me. Yeah, that's the problem with some of these. They call themselves brokers, and they're not. They're not brokers. I mean, a lot of them are trading CFDs anyway. They're not. You never actually own the stock. So, you know, the likes of eToro, and the majority of what eToro has on the books are actually CFDs. They're not actually the underlying asset. Yeah, Nasdaq's down. The Dow's down. So Nasdaq is down 1.1%. So this is the Qs. It represents the Nasdaq. It's down 1.1%. You've got the SPY, which is representative of the S&P500, is down 50, 0.55%. Russell Index 0.38%. Dow Jones, not a lot of volume here, but on this ETF, but it's the representative action that's relevant. So this is 0.2%. Heritage growth is just trading sideways. Just looking at the session, there's just not much in terms of volume. Heritage growth, United Maritime, that's about it. Redbox hitting the scanners with 34,000 shares traded. I mean, come on. It's not. You can't trade it without the volume. It needs volume. What broker do I use? I use Capital Markets Elite Group, Ferro. You can use interactive. I recommend interactive brokers if you like other instruments like options trading, for example, or you want to trade other markets. That's fine. Interactive is probably a bigger, better broker in terms of what they can offer. And the type of accounts that they can offer, but capital markets, you get better leverage, providing that you go for the active account as opposed to the standard account. Standard account is 4x. The active account is up to six times leverage. So Capital Markets Elite Group. Not happy with today's trading right now, guys. I'm a little bit annoyed. We'll see what happens. The thing is that steady sell-off, we could have made that up in the first pump. The fees are very good. The fees are actually very good. I get charged. Obviously, you get transaction fees which are passed through, the likes of ECN fees, FINRA, that kind of stuff. But your commissions are like $3 a transaction. Regardless, the thing is, within something like interactive brokers, I get charged per share. I get charged fractions of a penny per share. So if I take a big size, I get charged a lot more. Whereas with capital markets, I'm getting charged $3 a transaction. So it's like $6 round trip, plus any additional fees on top of that. So I kind of budget on whatever I'm trading. I budget on. I need at least $10 just to break even. Regardless, I need for every time I'm make a trade, I need at least $10 to break even. That's the way I budget on it. Sometimes it's more. If it's a bigger size, I might need $20 or $30 or whatever. But I kind of budget on a minimum of $10. That's how much I get charged just for a quick round trip. So if I take 500 shares and then I sell 500 shares, it's going to cost me over what, $10-ish. GameStop trying to get up towards 130 again. Put 129s now. Had a good day yesterday, right up until the close, and then it sold off. AMC didn't have such a heavy sell-off. It still sold off at the close. Look at this. AMC yesterday, it was very strong right out of the gates, and then sold into the close. GameStop, that was just harsh sell-off at the close. And good rally and then sell-off. It's just been sideways since. But AMC looks like it could be looking for another rally today, maybe. Get rid of that. What's Bed Bath & Beyond doing today? Kind of held half its gains. But meme stocks having a bit of a revival yesterday. What about BlackBerry? That's not travelled with these for a long time, but had a rally yesterday. BlackBerry up at $6 now as it stands. Well, there will be a sell-off. It depends what you're looking at. Something's going to be sold. It's a zero-sum market. So for every buy, there's a sell. For every seller, there's a buyer. Morning, PMZ. Nothing in the last 15 minutes has anywhere near decent volume. Well, that's what's missing this morning. Volume. Even with the jobs numbers. Might see currently sitting the SPY's currently sitting, the market's currently sitting around the VWAP. So we might see a rally from here if it can hold the VWAP. You want to see it above this 387 level. No volume, absolutely, Alistair. Nothing at all. And when you tend to be a little bit more greedy, that's when the markets go against you. So the bigger your size you take, that's when they decide, okay, we're not doing what you expect. Sega? Nah. No volume on Sega. Chip. I know what you're saying, that it's got a decent catalyst, etc., with the monkeypox vaccine in the UK and all that kind of stuff. And I get that, but there's no volume. There's just no volume for it. It's just ranging along this along the VWAP. The VWAP itself is pretty much horizontal, which that tells you, that speaks in itself speaks volumes to say that there's no volatility. So Seeker's not doing anything. You're going to have to wait till the bell. We've only got 8 minutes to wait. I'll go back and take my own class, I think. I'll go back and take my own course over the weekend. Maybe I'll be profitable. I can't I shouldn't laugh. I can't complain based on what happened in June, so I mean, let's put it all into perspective. Zoom out. Always zoom out. Where am I on the day? Well, I'm behind. Where am I on the week? I'm behind. Where am I on the month? Well, it's only the 8th, but I'm behind. Okay, well, where am I on the quarter? Well, again, Q3, so I'm behind. This isn't going over how I anticipated it, zooming out. I'm doing okay for the year. I'm still on target. Zoom in. No, always zoom out. I can look back at this. When I do my trade review later, this will be like, okay, this is what happened. Just holding on to it way too long. Um, not managing the risk, not exiting when I should be exiting. I should have been out at 940 and held it to what 880 or whatever. So absolutely not. Oh, we've got 6 minutes to the bell and nothing moving. We normally at least get the last 5 minutes. We normally at least get a little bit of movement ahead of the bell. Go figure. GameStop. Sega's not doing anything. Faraday, I've got Faraday up from yesterday, but that's not doing anything. Is it a sunny day? I don't know about it's sunny. It's a bit cloudy. Overcast. I need to go out and take my suit to the shop. Well, damned man. Good luck with that one. I'll show you exactly what's going on with EVFM. Nothing. There you go. EVFM, nothing. It's kind of barcoding. 138. I hate this barcoding. There's no range. Yeah, you've got 5 million shares traded. It's up 10% on the day, but there's no range. If you like these literal penny stocks, these cheap stuff that I don't know how you manage to, you're going to take advantage of a 2-cent range when the spreads are a cent. So, you know, good luck to you. Is that why everybody walks around with no top on, including the women? They walk around in their underwear. Newcastle's it's a great night out, but it's a strange night out. It's like you've crossed over into Middle Earth, and the two things that you can see are orcs, goblins. Well, that's two things there: orcs, goblins, and fairies. That's what you see in Newcastle. Some absolute beautiful women dressed like, well, not wearing anything. This is the middle of winter, by the way. They're blue. Skin color is blue because it's like sub-zero, but they're not wearing anything. And then you've got the guys and some of the women as well, look like Mother Bacon from Viz, and the guys walking around with no top on as well. So you know, love and hat tattooed on the knuckles because one of the fingers was ripped off in a fight. But you know, that's Newcastle. Okay, well you keep trying to pump that there, Dan Demand. I'll look for the price action. You can I don't know what time you what bags you're holding or you know, trying to pump that up, but good luck to you. Hey Bailey the jug. Well, I'm going to change the scanners over because these pre-market scanners have not done anything for us. So let's see if we get some regular, good old-fashioned regular market scanners. They'll kick in the next minute or so. We've got a minute to the open. Newcastle's a great night out. It's just the city centre is an eye opener for sure. Friday and Saturday night in particular. Saturday night in particular, particularly if there's been a home match on. Most people do their Toyzilla. When someone comes into any kind of chat room or any kind of stream and starts trying to shill and trying to pump up the stock, you know they're holding back. It's almost as if they think by trying to pump a stock that other people will go out and buy it, push the price up so they can actually get rid of the bags that they're holding. And sorry to say, that's not how the market works. I don't have enough influence. I don't have enough people in the stream to actually pump that stock for you. So that's not how pump and dumps work. You need a large community to do a pump and dump. So unfortunately. Let's see what decides to move. Right now, we're not seeing today's numbers. We're seeing yesterday's regular session, which was. The reason I can tell you that is because Marathon Digital is at number 3. Let's wait for the updated figures on these scanners. We've got the. No, nothing moving on the signals either. Right now, no halt or resume. Yeah, nothing. Yes, I do. Sue. That's just my opinion, though. Just my opinion. I'm just a fat bloke on the internet, not financial advice. Yes, I do think we'll get new lows. I don't think we're done with this bear market. We're having a bit of a bear market rally right now, but I think in the long term or medium term, I think we're going to see new lows on the stock markets first before we see new highs. Right now, not a lot of volume. Look at this one. Oh, so we're moving up here, back above the VWAP. Needs to get over 960. That's kind of the got rejected at 950, the $half level, so it needs to get over 950, 960 ideally. GameStop trying to move back up. GameStop showing a bit of volatility. Well, everybody has that tendency. PMZ. Oh, Snooze is the world's #1 trader. Snooze is back. Idiot. Well, he doesn't. He probably never lost a trade if you listen to him. You know what he reminds me of? Does anybody get that Muppet in the FYP or whatever? The Andrew Tate guy. driving Bugattis, and he's a multimillionaire, and he's got these cam girls and all this kind of he's a MMA fighter, apparently, the world's best MMA fighter if you listen to him. He craps out Bitcoin or whatever it is. The guy's a complete tool. The archetype of toxic masculinity. Spouts more bullshit than you can ever hope to hear in 30 seconds. He spouts than you want to hear in your lifetime. Well, I think snooze is the Wish version of Andrew Tate. People ask me about stuff like that all the time, Dine Sue. What do I think about a stock split, or what do I think about? Look, stock splits are completely irrelevant to the valuation of the company. Essentially, people start talking about a stock split. What it does is it makes it more affordable to, if it's a higher price stock, it makes it more affordable to your average Joe six-pack. So the way I liken it is, you've got a $20 bill and you go into the corner shop and they give you 4 5s. Same thing, you've got the same valuation, it's just you've got 4 tokens that represent that same $20 instead of just 1 token. Same thing with a stock split. Instead of having 1 share, you have 4 shares. Still worth $120, but you just got more shares. So that's the only, it doesn't alter the valuation of the company. It doesn't change any of the fundamentals of the company. It just makes it more affordable to people with smaller accounts. It makes it more affordable to Joe Sixpack. Amazon did it just recently with that 20-to-1 split. In fact, let's have a quick look at where Amazon is now. So Amazon now $114 a share. So given that it was what, $3,000 a share or whatever it was not too long ago. Let's have a look. What's AMC doing? That having a good day? No. Sideways chop. We've had our opening range handle. Usea, for all of those hoping that catalyst was going to send it on a massive spiral rally upwards, it's selling off. It's just trying to go red on the day. Below $14 now, Usea. Roblox making a bit of a move. Roblox gone red to green on the day, up at 40s. Trying to take 41. Meeting a bit of resistance up at $41. Oh, Heritage Growth moved up, bounced, came back, moved up again. Didn't break that 960. United Maritime sold off. Looking very weak at the minute. Below the VWAP. Faraday, nothing there at all. Wider markets trying to move upwards, above the VWAP at least. All down on the day, but trying to move upwards. Yeah, but on low volume. It's a bank ski. You say a pop at the open, but it's on very low volume. I mean, we're looking at 532 shares traded all day today, so it moved up. So you can't trade that. There's no reliability. There's nobody trading it. We've had one candle on the 1 minute time frame, one candle above 100,000 shares. It's just not. You can't trade that. It's needs more volume. Right now, Roblox seems to be the one that's making moves. Clovis. Don't like trading Clovis because simply because Clovis Oncology had a really good pop out of the gates. I'm surprised that it's only 10 cents. Clovis Oncology moved up out of the gates. It's currently 16% up on the day. High of 262. If you like these lower price stocks, you know, fill your boots. It's one of the few with decent volume at the moment. When I say decent volume, it's not decent relative volume, because Clovis normally would trade 12 million any given day. We're not even at 2 million yet. So, well, a lie, we are. We're at 4 million. So we're 25% of our daily goal. We've got Clovis moving up. Target Hospitality, TH, let's have a quick look at that. Moving up, it's up to 30% on the day, 780s right now. Not huge volume though. Like I say, looking at the volume candles down here, not huge. Oh, Faraday's made a red to green after a couple of really good days. At 560s. Faraday future, probably not worth trading for me right now. Nothing moving at the levels that are really, nothing going parabolic. There's no big movers. Not yet, at least. We're only 10 minutes in, so you know it's like I'm looking for, trying to force a trade just for the sake of trading. There's it's not worth doing that. Wait for the setup. We're only 10 minutes in. Anybody else got anything that they want to take a look at? Let's see what crypto's looking like today. Bitcoin. Bitcoin, a little mini rally, 21.5. Ethereum's back over 1200, which is good news. Nice little double bottom there on Ethereum as well, on the 5 minute. Same for Bitcoin. Dana 46.7. XRP is 34 cents. So crypto not looking great in terms of rally or anything like that. But if you're looking at it overall, it's not doing bad either. It's kind of just consolidating sideways. Has been very boring over the last month, I would say. Crypto reached some interesting lows, but not a lot of volatility. Bitcoin kind of ranging $2,000-3,000. Spreads on crypto are a lot wider comparatively anyway. So we got down to under 19,000 at the weekend with Bitcoin. It's rallied back up and is over around that 21,500 at the moment. SRG steady moves upwards. United Maritime, because it's a new IPO, you can't short it either. It's looking very weak right now. It's doing nothing but sell off. Usea selling off. It's shortable though. Usea could be worth a short. Wait for a decent entry if you're going short. Heritage growth pulling back now towards the VWAP 950s, needs to hold this $0.50. Paradise looking quite strong since it had its initial sell-off, and now it's moving up nicely. I mean, you've got to put it into perspective. It's not got the range that some of the other stocks that we've been trading this last couple of days, but moving upwards nicely. Wider market, Nasdaq, a little bit of a pop, pull back. Same with the S&P, Russell Index tried to get green. Yeah, Russell Index did get green just briefly, as did the Dow Jones, and then pulled back. So we want to see, are they going to rally today? Will we get green on the markets? Let me know your thoughts. Will the markets go green today, or will we now have a bit of a sell-off? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. I'll take a bio break whilst you're responding to that question. You can be quiet as well. Yeah, futures all down. Seagate down. GameStop down. Right, guys, we're not seeing any kind of bullish action right now. Clovis is probably, if you like, these smaller price stocks. Clovis, 250s. Initial move up out of the gates and then a bit of consolidation. Still upwards trending. The consolidation though. Target Hospitality. Where are you? Right at the top. And it didn't hold. IMD Pharmacy. Low volume. This is the problem we've got right now, guys. It's that any kind of bullish moves are moving up on low volume. Faraday is probably the exception. Don't chase this though. If you're watching Faraday Future Intelligence, don't chase this. It's about to reverse. Wait for the pullback to complete, and then confirmation of the continuation. Well, fair play, Chip. Sega's just showing no signs of slowing down now. It's at 1330s. A whole dollar move since the bell. More than. Could be something turnaround. Let's have a look at the what's lose. I switched it onto the gainers and losers, so we'll get the reds as well as the greens. Upstart. What on earth is that? Stupid kids with a vuvuzela. Upstart gap down. Had a horrible sell-off. On the 30-minute chart, you can see a horrible sell-off. The question is, will it bounce? Got lows from May on Upstart of 25.43. So watch for those. It isn't showing the weakness to short it right now. It's on the short sale restriction list as well. But the question is, will you get a bounce with Upstart? Am I currently position trading? If so, on what? No, I'm not trading right now. I've not got a position. I'm not holding a position. I'm just waiting for. Actually, I probably won't be trading for the rest of the day. I've hit my max loss today. So just put it into context. Everybody loses. You can't have And I was just commenting yesterday, I had a 100% record up until today. So every trade I'd taken up until today in July was green. So June was good, but you can't have 100. It's been good to us this last couple of weeks, but looks to be over, I think. Down at 540s. They should have released an offering whilst they had the chance up at like $8-9. Get rid of some of that debt, but they didn't. Go figure. Well, you're a braver man than me with Target. Just the volume's just not there. I'm seeing this across the board right now. The volume is very low across the board. Excuse me. Bed Bath and Beyond, that's not, there's no volume there either. Selling off. AMC. Where is this gonna go? It's above the VWAP slightly, but it's just ranging sideways. You know, across the VWAP, that's always a bad sign. When you just up and down either side of the VWAP, it's not maintaining a trend one way or the other. Even for AMC, the volume's not great. We're talking about 120, 130,000 shares a minute, which isn't great for AMC. Well, that's half an hour. I'm gonna take the dog for a walk. I'll come back later, guys, and I'll have a glass of wine later with you all, and we can hey, sound of fun a little bit late. I'm finishing the stream early today. I've got a couple of bits and pieces I need to do out and about, so I'm going to take the dog for a walk, go and do what I need to do today, and then I'll be back later for Power Hour. So look, hopefully we'll get a bit more volatility in the markets a little later in the day. I've got to be honest, I'm not going to hold my breath. We're very surprised if we do. It is a Friday after all, so good luck in the markets, and I will see you later for Power Hour.